Welcome back to Trust's TV. We have a agent on board here. He's going through onboarding right now, getting his license and getting contracted with all of our carriers. We're going to be going over some expectations that he has and some stories about him so we can track his progress and maybe give you guys some ideas of what getting into life insurance is going to look like for you and what your journey might be. So welcome to the podcast here, Caleb. Just tell us a short background about yourself and where you're from, work history, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm excited to start the journey of becoming a hopefully very successful life insurance agent. I got big expectations. A little bit about me. I am from Charleston, West Virginia. Grew up there my whole life. Just recently moved down here to Georgia. But work history-wise, throughout college, I was a server. Didn't really have much sales experience, but that was kind of my entry level to get my face out there to kind of get used to talking to people. It was great, it's good for college, but eventually, you got to kind of move on to get better career. Of course, didn't want to serve long term. After that, graduated with accounting degree from University of Charleston, ran cross country and track for him as well. And then I got hired on an enterprise where I kind of started my career there. It was a great company as well. Didn't really do much sales there. It was kind of more of like admin work. Eventually did transition over to car sales. And then once I moved down here to Georgia, of course, working at the dealership at Volvo. It was first real, I'll say, sales job. But it's been good. Very excited to start the life insurance and see how that goes.
Yes, so just car sales is your main sales experience. So what kind of is drawing you into helping people with life insurance, getting them set up there, being a life insurance professional?
Yeah, absolutely. So the main thing that kind of, I would say, drawn me there was going to be just, number one, of course, the opportunity is out there. Seeing the numbers that other agents have been posting in our group, it's just mind-blowing, the opportunity that's out there. They've been posting.
What type of numbers are you seeing? Are you talking like for professional agents who've been working a while, new agents? What have you been kind of seeing?
Both, to be honest. Some more experienced agents being consistently hitting well over 20K a month. Even the newer agents coming in hitting 15, 20K for some of them for their first months ever. So I'm just excited for that opportunity out there.
Cool. So definitely interested in the opportunity and the growth. Any goals of building your own agency, helping people out? Tell me more about that part.
Yeah, absolutely. Main goals, of course, got to pass the test first and then get rolling with it. But ideally, I do plan on doing it part-time to start off with, just kind of get a little bit more experience, get my feet wet, But after that, I do plan on transitioning over to full-time, where hopefully I will end up getting, of course, agents under my belt as well, and eventually getting my own company running up to speed. But of course, we got to take small steps first and get everything knocked out.
Cool. So looking to set up your own agency, help some other people out too, provide that opportunity to them. That's cool. Good to get back there. So do you know any selling techniques or anything about the life insurance where you have maybe phone scripts or handling objections? Do you have any go-to lines that you use in the automotive industry that you think are going to transfer over?
Main thing is just create the urgency to make sure they are fully understanding what they could be potentially missing out on. It's really what kind of helped me out with the automotive industry. The main thing is just listen to your clients, though. They'll tell you exactly what they're looking for because, again, I don't really see it as a sales job. I see it as more of just you're helping someone else who needs the help, who's reaching out to you to get that help.
Right. Yeah, I definitely don't see it as a sales job either. A lot of people go into this thinking, no, I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to sell people. But really, I find it that you're helping people out. You're protecting their family. You're protecting their future for something that they actually want and something that they actually need, most importantly. So great answer there. I think that'll take you a long ways into the process of being successful in this industry. You said a little bit earlier that you have big ambitions for your first year. Kind of tell me what those goals would be for your first year or first 2 years. Let's set it up as your first year part time, your first year full time. What do you think that would look like?
So what I'm hoping is my first year part time. I eventually want to again transition over from the automotive industry, but where I'm doing it part time for now, I'm wanting to just get that income up to par with my current job in the automotive industry, and eventually transition over to full time. So hopefully, I want to help out and protect as many families as possible. Of course, just learn more about the industry as well. Being new, it is kind of nerve wracking. I'll say just it's a lot of information, but if you just take your time and try to understand it as best as possible, just break it down to where you can understand it, you'll definitely go a long ways, and it will
Right.
make it significantly faster.
Right. Yeah, I agree. There definitely a lot of information up front, especially learning a lot of terminology and legal stuff. But meeting with clients, again, it's just talking people to people, opening those conversations, like you said earlier, helping them get to what they need and looking for. So definitely there. So what was it, full time?
Full time, expecting kind of planning everything out. Once I get rolling full time, I would like to be up there with the big dogs, of course, producing 20 to 30K AP, hopefully more, but we'll see how it goes. Then eventually, once I get rolling full time, I would like to get some other agents under my belt, just kind of help them out as well, because that's what we're doing is just helping other people out. So
Right. So why kind of tell me why you want to bring on agents? Is it to maybe your workload is different? So is it so besides the money part of the life insurance industry, what else attracts you to the industry?
the financial freedom, like I said, working at a dealership, you're constantly there putting in 50 to 60 hours a week, and you just don't have any time to really enjoy life. And
Yeah.
that's something that I've been striving to get to is like, I want to help other people get to that level as well, to try to escape that rat race of just working constant 9 to 5, putting so many hours in and just missing precious time that is very, very valuable that you could be spending with your family, doing stuff you enjoy, etc.
Yeah, so that's something I personally experienced too, but definitely there. One thing is you do have to still put in those hours. There's no shortcuts or cheat codes to that. However, the hours are more flexible as you're more in charge of that schedule. So that freedom to flexibility plus working in pretty much anywhere in the United States also gives my agents and team huge flexibility on where they're able to work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, definitely like to get you out of the being at those dealerships. You say 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week?
Yeah, it's around 50 to 60. Typically, it's going to be upward to that 60 or 60ish level, but it's just so draining. Don't really have much time to really do anything else other than just kind of go to work, go to the gym, and come home and eat. So I'd like to kind of get out and experience what more life has to offer.
Cool, cool. So just reflecting back, it's just the sales experience from the car industry and enterprise accounting. Do you have anything else that's kind of influenced you towards, we can label it as a sales role, out of all the other career paths?
I mean, other than just kind of serving and just that's really about it. Like I said, serving in college was fun and all. It was the entry level to kind of get your, not necessarily a script down, but just get you open to talking to people and kind of listening and active listening. Because you got to understand that, like, we're in this industry, it's not really just all about a certain script or anything like that. You got to actively listen to understand what your clients are really looking for. And that's what I think is going to help a majority of the newer agents, even the some of the experienced agents who kind of just maybe forgot that to stick with the basics.
Right.
So that's going to be something that I'm really looking forward to doing is just helping out.
Cool. Yeah, cool deal. And then just wrapping up here, what are your first year expectations for yourself that the industry is going to give you from your management team, stuff like that?
I just want to get better every day. Hopefully, we'll be able to crack over the 6-figure mark. We'll see how it goes, but that's kind of where I'm wanting to do with my first year and getting into everything.
Do you have any tips or strategies to that you're going to go off of to crack that mark or to reach that goal?
Just basically kind of taking what I can learn from the other agents who's been doing it for multiple years, taking what they have, asking them questions, giving or getting advice from them to help me kind of excel faster than, of course, doing it on my own, because you're not going to get anywhere doing it on your own. On your own, you need help. It's not no shame to even ask for help. Big One of my biggest things is there's no such thing as stupid questions.
Right.
Constantly ask questions, just constantly try to learn and improve each day.
Yeah, definitely. Relying on your upline is going to be huge in this business. So, if you're in an IMO or an agency that doesn't have a really strong upline or good guidance or not giving you that support, I would highly consider looking elsewhere where we have that support. Thankfully, here with the Trestens Agency and TLG Integrity Marketing that we all work underneath, we have vast depth in our upline with almost decades of experience between everybody, probably over 100 years between just the managers alone. So definitely going to have that support there. Definitely got to be on the team calls. That's going to be huge as well. So I think now those tools will be available to you to use, and those will be a great help for you to reach those goals in your first year there. Last part here. Anything we talked a lot about the good in this industry that can provide a lot of fruit on the tree there. Is there anything that scares you about the industry that makes you uneasy or worried about or stressed in any way?
Um, Honestly, it's just I would say the main thing that not necessarily scares me, but I'm just kind of timid about is just how everything will be. But again, that's going to be just all your mindset. You just got to make sure that
How what will be? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
How what will be?
Oh, how the kind of industry is going to be as far as like my first year and stuff like that. Just making sure that if I'm calling someone and they don't answer the first ring, or they answer and then they immediately hang up, like don't let that client affect the rest of your day.
Right, right. Plus a couple other things too, factors. You don't know what's going on in their day. They weren't expecting your call out of the blue. So you got to take that into consideration also. And worst case scenario, they just weren't your client, which is
Absolutely.
going to be a lot of the times too. So yeah, great outlook there. But thank you for joining in today. Hopefully here in a few months we can get you back on the podcast after you've hit maybe a 20, 30K month and get you rolling here full time, which would be pretty cool. And then you can use this to reflect back on your journey to see the process that you've made here. What are we in March of 2024? So get you back on the podcast, hit a 20K month, and then you can share that growth and that experience that you've had there. So thanks again for your time, and see you next time.
Absolutely. Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate it.